there guys, BlackPanthaa here and welcome back to some Forza Motorsport 5 once again, and today I've got something a little bit different because what we're going to be doing is basically collecting as many cars as we possibly can on Forza 5. So that's basically this series. I'm going to be saving up money and then in an episode buy a car and then customize it to a certain spec to see what I can get out of it basically, and today we're going with the Viper GTS. So today I'm going to make this thing a drift car, I've decided. Now, I was thinking this could fit any class really. It would be a good drag car, it would be a good drift car, it would also be a very good track car, but I thought, you know what, we're going to make it a drift car. It would be really cool to see something drift past in this. Now, first thing I wanted to do is obviously look in the, where are we, car, and then we'll go to paint. I wanted to do a custom paint job on it. But I thought, really, these preset colours look pretty damn nice as they are. I was looking on Find Designs, basically, that's what I went through. And all we really saw was some kind of really over-the-top stuff, some basic stuff that just didn't really make much sense to go with. There isn't much to it. But if you've got a design for this car, make sure to let me know, because that's what I want to make part of this series. You guys are going to make a suggestion for a car in the comments down below for the next episode, and I'm basically going to follow your suggestions, build that car, choose that car, and you can choose the type of class you want me to build it for, so it can be circuit or drag or drift. And I also want you to suggest maybe a vinyl setup that you have that you've made for that car. I can download that and stick it on, or I can make my own. But today I really think this thing just suits being plain as it is. I could go with a different colour, but I think this colour looks pretty damn nice, and the red doesn't have a stripe on it unless you go to a darker red, which looks a bit weird. But yeah, let's stop rambling on and carry on. So with me, I've not been drifting for very long and what I've actually found I can do quite well is drift four-wheel drive. So that's what I'm going to do with this car, set it to four-wheel drive, which will make my life much easier. And then we could literally just go with one of these. I'm probably going to go with the twin turbo. So let's stick that in there. I'm not going to upgrade it way too much because that would be a bit overpowering, and we need to save money for actually buying the cars. Now, for the bodywork, I think I'm going to stock with that, and for the spoiler, what have we got? Now, that looks pretty nice, but I'm not sure. You know, we're going to stick that on. We're going to stick that spoiler on. It looks nice. I think it suits it quite well. Though, to be honest, it looks good without one. I don't know. I've come to a decision of not having one at all. So I wasted some money, but that's fine, we can put it on whenever we want to again. Okay, so for the rims, I want to go with, let's go to rim style here. Well, actually, I might keep them stock. You know, we're going to keep this pretty much stock, this car, because it looks pretty nice as it is. For the drivetrain, I'm going to upgrade everything here. I could probably do a quick upgrade for most of the cars, but I don't want to spend too much, because the main objective is to buy as many cars as I possibly can, literally throw them out and see how we do with them, because, well, that's kind of what I want it to be. Okay, so that's all that upgraded. I'm going to do some handling stuff. I want to lower that thing. Doesn't lower it too much, but when it's lowered, it just looks a little bit nicer. You can just tell, even though there's not much of a difference, you can just tell that the thing's been lowered. So I wish there was a way to like fully buy out a whole classes fully upgrades. Like, so if I go to platform and handling, I should be able to literally put everything max at the touch of a button rather than doing everything separately. Now I'm going to weight loss this thing. Not sure if I'll need to do that, but it'll help. Well, it might help, it might not. We'll have to wait and see. Then for the engine, I'm basically going to do the air filter. I'm not going to do too much upgrades because, once again, I don't want to spend too much money. You're going to do the exhaust. And what else do we want? I'm going to do the intercooler. And then I'm going to do the twin turbo. I think that'll do for now. As I said, I don't want to do too much to it. But at the same time, I want it to be pretty quick, because I'm going to be using this thing if it goes quite well. Okay, so let's go on to, there we go, tuning. I meant to go on to test it. But I guess we can do a quick tune straight away, because the first thing I want to do straight away is with that spoiler that I put on. So we go to Aero. Can we take that? Oh, we didn't put one on, did we? Never mind. I completely forgot. The diff, we could go with changing that, but I doubt we really need to change much, except I want to stiffen it up. That's something I always want to do. So let's literally just stiffen that up slightly higher than that needs to be. Ride height, let's drop it all the way. Stiffen the anti-roll bars again, like so. And I'm going to leave everything there for now. Put it more towards acceleration slightly, because that's what it's going to be doing. And the tyre pressure, I always lower it. Probably not going to need it though, because I've noticed with four-wheel drive, you literally just throw it down on the track and it does as it's supposed to. So yes, I would like to apply that setup. Thank you very much. And we'll go to the Bernese Alps. And we'll go to the first track and make sure my assists and stuff are ready. Yes, they are. Let's begin. Okay, here she is. The Viper is looking beautiful. I like this yellow a lot. I think red would be much nicer, but the red didn't have the stripes, so I might have to kind of make a red body, paint myself, and just put the stripes on myself as close to it as I possibly can. Maybe one stripe might work on this, but we'll have to see. I think the two stripes look pretty nice. Okay, so you can see the roll cage. There we go. I always love that about the Viper. The little Viper that shows on the dash, that is really cool. I love that. Okay, let's go back out here. This thing sounds great. I love it. It's really aggressive when it wants to be. Anyway, so let's begin and see how we do. Oh god, she accelerates pretty quickly. Pretty quickly indeed. And I also love the light at the back there that also lights up. Okay, I'm going to tune something straight away because that accelerates pretty damn quickly. I didn't expect it to. So I'm going to drop it down to about 3. That's kind of a significant drop, but it did really seem to accelerate very quickly. So let's back out, like so. Alright, here we go. Let's try and get it on this corner. I think I might need to adjust the camber and so on slightly. But it's not doing too bad so far. I am on the right view on it. Now I am. I usually use this view. It would help slightly. Alright, let's give it a go. It gets there, but I think once again I need to change that third gear. That third gear is usually the one I go on, and the camber definitely doesn't want me to get this thing to go properly. So what we're going to do is go to the tuning setup, and let's see. For the gearing, I'm going to put it slightly higher again, and for the third gear, I want to put it more towards the speed. For the camber, let's see. I'm going to drop it down and see what we get from that. A significant drop there, drop there. For the toe angle, we are on toe out, which brings the back tyres closer together than the front, increases turning response, but decreases stability. So I'm going to bring the toe out a little bit more there at the front as well. And for the camber, we have negative camber, reduces, increases corner and grip. So it reduces understeer, increases corner and grip, okay? And positive reduces oversteer but makes the car unstable. So I'm going to keep that as that is and see how we do with that. See if we can get the angle on a bit more. Going from driving an R34, you can tell the difference straight away. But obviously both are four-wheel drive, so they are similar. And that third gear now is a little too much, I think I've done. Let's go back to the tune setup and try and sort that third gear out again. I applied the setup without actually changing anything. Let's go to about there and see how we do with that. Alright, get it on this corner if we can. still doesn't want to do too much when with turning. It's kind of weird. Like, it will sometimes, but if you're going too quickly, it won't. But I guess it's just having a different car, going from the R34, which literally just wants to keep going. Obviously, being four-wheel drive, I'm not going to be able to get as far along as I would in a rear-wheel drive car. But I think this is pretty good. But I think this car would really fit the purpose of being a drag car more than a drift car. But I'm going to keep it drift for now. But I mean, the whole point of this series is for me to get a car, play with it, sometimes for the first time, because I've always been very limited with cars I really drive in games. So I kind of like follow a specific path throughout pretty much every game. So it'll be interesting to see some cars that I haven't really driven before and kind of guess which class they might fit. Obviously you guys can suggest in the comments cars that you want to see me drive, but I think this Viper is pretty much done. It's just me trying to get used to it and getting used to the speeds and the gears and stuff that I've got to use. But I think I've done a pretty good job for my first time on this this series. So, as I said, if you've got any suggestions for cars you want to see on this series, do please leave them down in the comments. And if you've got any vinyl suggestions, please do leave them in the comments as well. Like this video if you want to see more of this series, because I'm actually liking the idea myself so far. Alright, let's give it one more corner. I'm going to mess this one up, aren't I? No, I'm not. I like this very much. Anyway, that's that. That's the Viper. Thank you very much for watching this video. Crash right at the end there. Me and the Viper will see you in the next video. I've messed this in. I'll end up so badly. See you in the next video, guys. Peace.